Facebook Live. We have arrived one more time, y'all. Let's get it in.
Conference muted. Conference recording started.
I want to thank everybody for chiming in. This is Watchman Derrick Yisrael, also known as Pastor Derrick, on the Early What I See Through Scripture Study and Prayer Line on his 15th day in July 2022. Let's get it in. Let's go to Galatians today, y'all. Galatians 5. Galatians 5 and 13. Good to see y'all in here. Hallelujah. My bro in here, and Frank, what's up with it? Latricia Johnson, Barbara in the building. Nicole Robinson is up in here. Kim Yana, what's up with it? Good to see you in here. Praying for your health as well. Y'all continue to pray for mine too. To be honest with you. My mom is in here. And Al Mal, my pal. Colt Rita B. Good to see you in here, Titus. Elder Joseph holding it down. Faithful elder right there. Been on this post since day one. Hallelujah. Galatians 5:13. Look what it said. Brianna, good to see you in here, young lady. For brethren, you have been called unto liberty. Only use not liberty for occasion to the flesh, but to love and serve one another. Let me read it in NIV, y'all. You, my brothers and sisters, were called to be free, but do not use your freedom to indulge the flesh. Good to see you in here, Soror. You changed your name. I can't call you Chantel no more. Chantel. Good to see you in here. You, my brothers and sisters, were called to be free, but do not use your freedom to indulge the flesh. Rather, serve one another humbly in love. For the entire law is fulfilled in keeping this one command. Love your neighbor as yourself. If you divide and devour each other, watch out, or you will be destroyed by each other. Banks, good to see you in here. What's up with it, Banks? Did y'all know we called to freedom? Teresa, good to see you in here. Bless you. Did y'all know we called to freedom? Did y'all know that? The Most High is like training us. He's training us, right? Excuse me, y'all. But he's training us in being like him when we're alone. That's why play actors or hypocrites really don't make it in this race. It's nothing personal per se. It is personal, but what I mean is play acting is counterproductive to the real goal. The Most High is so masterful, he knows how to cause us to be good in his absence, to follow him when nobody else is around. Yahoo, good to see you in here. He'll teach you how to not have a double life. See, people like to complain about how invisible he is. But that's how he trained you to be about his righteousness. Because it'll become a part of your character. Him being invisible. It's one thing when you go to your child's school, those of us that have children, and those that don't still will understand what I'm saying. But it's one thing for you to go to your child's school and you sit in the classroom the whole day. And they obey and they do their work and they're not running around acting a fool. It's a whole nother thing when you're absent. Yeah, when you're absent. You're not at their school, but yet they still raising their hand and asking questions and not running around, not being the class clown. You know what I'm talking about, right? He's training us. He's developing a spiritual morality in us by him being invisible. Are y'all with me? Rhonda Ponder, good to see you in here. I was saying that to describe we're free. We've been called from commandments on stone to now it being written on the tables of our heart. Yeah, we've been called from, rules and regulations that are written on something telling us what to do when in the New Testament, he's dealing with us in our ruach, in our spirit, literally transforming us by the renewing of our mind, enabling us to be able to prove what's good, acceptable, and his perfect will because it's a part of our character. Are y'all with me? You know how folks say they love you verbally? Y'all up on that? You know how people talk a good game verbally? But all you got to do is watch what they do. The proof is in what they do. Period. That's the proof. Y'all heard that term, action speaks louder than words? You listen to what people say, but you watch what they do. Because what they do talks way louder. Oh, yeah. Look what it says. 13th verse. You, my brothers and sisters, were called to be free. Liberty. Do you know after the Messiah came, the word was made flesh to reintroduce itself to everybody? It started proving what you really about. And now you free to move about the city. Destiny done. Good to see you in here. You free. Now you're being developed into who you really are. Can I talk to y'all today? You're being transformed into who you really are. Whether you're gonna be transformed towards him or you're gonna be transformed away from him, but you're going through the metamorphosis process to being who you really are. Real talk. In these last and evil days, we're getting hammered. I'm talking about we're getting hammered. The opposition that's against us is horrific. But greater is he that's in us than he that's in the world. You ain't got to panic. Because the greater one is leading and guiding us into all truth. and ain't no gun to your head. It's all liberty. You, my brothers and sisters, were called to be free, but do not use your freedom to indulge in the flesh. Now that you're free, it's telling you what to stay away from. The works of the flesh. Are y'all with me? It's telling you what to stay away from. Stay away from your evil nature. Denounce your evil nature, because it will ruin your life. It will ruin you. Stay away from evil nature. Walk in the Ruah. Be about your Father's business, because his business is better than us being about ours. Are y'all with me? The Bible is telling us to serve one another, to look out for one another. Did y'all know that? The Bible has a concept of I should be more interested in the good of y'all than myself. That's what the Bible teaches. And I should be able to do that. Why? Because I know the Most High got my back. And him having my back is way better than me having my back. And me trusting him and in love with him will cause for me to care about what he cares about, and that's y'all. And if everybody had that attitude, then 1 Corinthians 12 is in operation, because he gives us all gifts and abilities. And those abilities work together to make the body function. We would be about his business in these last and evil days. Real talk. We would be about his business, and the body would function appropriately. Because we know that all things work together for the good of them that love the Most High, right? And is called according to his purpose. Yeah. When we called according to his purpose, we about his business like the Messiah was. When the Messiah was called, he was about his Father's business. And what was the Father's business? To rescue us? Did he look out for himself? No. He looked out for us, because he knew that Yah had his back. When he was praying over there with Lazarus and them, he said, the only reason why I'm praying is because those that's around me, because I know you hear me always. He was doing things to benefit the body, and it wasn't about his natural body. He was more involved in the spiritual body. And some folks get caught up in their natural body and neglect the spiritual body. They're AWOL. Listen to this. When dealing with the Most High, right? If there was a work to be done for the Most High, and say you were, say, like a watchman or a pastor, right? And you had 50 people in the ministry like you, how would the ministry be? Would it flourish? Get the job done? Would we be feeding the poor? Faithfully preaching and teaching and praying for folks? Faithfully do. With no pause in the cause. Listen to me. You, my brothers and sisters, were called to be free. Okay, we free. So do you. Now what's you? Who are you? Yeah. You, my brothers and sisters, were called to be free, but do not use your freedom to indulge in the flesh. You're free, but it's telling you shy away from your flesh. That's a personal decision. Ain't nobody gonna make you do that. You free not to do it. You free to indulge in whatever you want to indulge in. Sleep with whoever you want to sleep with. Get high if you choose to. You can be faithful to Yah if you want to. You ain't got to. You're free. Because a sower went to sow into dirt, because we was made from dirt. So the sower went to sow, that parable of the sower, y'all. Matthew 13 or Marcus 3. A sower went to sow the word in dirt. And what's going to happen to the dirt is it's either going to be good dirt so that the seed can grow, right, and spring up an everlasting life, or it's going to kill the seed, and it's just going to be useless dirt. But you're free to respond to the word however you want. That's why he say, you're free, but don't use your freedom to indulge in the flesh. Rather serve one another humbly in love. How Israel was destroyed is because they were scattered. They were scattered, they were conquered, and they were enslaved. They were lied to and lied on. They were tricked and deceived, but they were scattered. Beverly, good to see you in here. They were scattered. You mean the Yahoo, good to see you in here. Now, the reverse of the curse is we're brought back together to function as one body. That's the reverse of the curse. The scattering is we were scattered. They would take a woman's children and ship them off different ways. So the disbursement of the family was common practice, right? Well, through the Ruah, we all became one bread, one loaf. We became one body again. The reverse of the curse. The reverse of the curse, like the Tower of Babel, that I oftentimes talk to y'all about. The Tower of Babel, since they was wicked, he divided them. He changed their languages. He confounded their language. And then he cursed the earth and caused it to break up and split like a puzzle. The Pangea. That's a curse, division. Well, on the day of Pentecost, it didn't matter your language, because he gave them the Ruah to be able to speak all the languages of all the scattered. That one self-same message to make them back one again. Well, the Ruah, his word, makes us one. Yeah. Corinthians 12. We're one. We all got different gifts, different abilities. But everybody should be in on one accord, caring about souls. Do you know why the Bible say not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together as the manner of some is, but exhorting one another, and so much the more as you see the day approaching? Do you know why? Because did you know it's encouraging for us to see one another chime in? Did y'all know that? Do you know how encouraging it is for you to see all of us? That's why we be speaking to one another, messaging one another, putting hearts and love to one another, because it's encouraging to see we all hanging in there and we in here together. That's the reverse of the curse. Because we've been cursed so bad that families don't even stick together. But through the Ruah, we come together, and we come together in the spirit of love and unity too. Yeah, the reverse of the curse, come together. And it's encouraging, not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together in the manner that some is. You got some folks that just ain't going to do it. But in the manner that some is, but exhorting one another. That's encouraging, but exhorting one another, and so much the more as you see the day approaching. It's encouraging to see one another. It's encouraging. Hey, yeah, it's encouraging. So look what it say. You, my brothers and sisters, were called to be free. We free. Liberty. KJV say liberty. All right? You've been liberated. You're free. Do what you want to do. Only use not your liberty as occasion to the flesh. Only lose not your freedom to indulge in your sinful nature. Yeah. But rather serve one another. I'm supposed to be serving y'all. Y'all supposed to be serving me. He's supposed to be serving she, and she's supposed to be serving we. They supposed to be serving them, and them is supposed to be serving those. we free to be transformed into what and who we really are. That's what he did. We don't have to blame Adam and Eve no more. We're free to make our own decisions on what we really about. Alina, good to see you in here. Galatians 5:13, Alina. Are y'all with me? Is it coming together for you? Listen, you, my brothers and sisters, were called to be free, but do not use your freedom to indulge in the flesh, in your evil nature, because we all got one. Kill that joker. Don't listen to yourself. Don't use your freedom to give yourself freedom to go against Yah. And those of us that really understand, when you get saved, you with that salvation comes responsibility and a duty to one another. I'm gonna say it again. If you had a ministry filled with people like you, how effective would that ministry be? Would it be broke? Would it be empty? Like say, did y'all know like coming together and like going somewhere, coming together and everybody show up? Have y'all ever listen to this? Have y'all ever threw a birthday party and didn't nobody come? I'd expect you to admit it because that's kind of embarrassing, right? Hey, you throw a birthday party, don't nobody come. Wow, how y'all feel about me? You know what I mean? Tamika, good to see you in here. Always a pleasure, young lady. You threw a birthday party, you sit up there, hey, especially if you was young. Oh, that's a disaster. Can you see the little kids sitting up there with their little birthday hat on, with that little blow thing in their mouth? Cake, and you see a piñata hanging there. Oh my goodness. It's breaking my heart as I'm describing this. Mama standing there. Only one of your cousins came. Mama standing there. You see a tub with some apples in it floating. And you just sitting there in front of your cake with tears rolling down your face. Have you ever experienced something like that? See, if we knew the importance of us as an individual, because individuals make synergy, individual energies make synergy, and it gets the job done. Yeah, again, I'm telling you what the curse is. The curse happened at the Tower of Babel, which was separation. The separating of the languages, and then the Pangea, the separation of the land. It weakened Israel. True Israel was weakened when they were scattered. When it made it easy to conquer them. And once they was conquered, then they was even shipped into slavery. Because they were scattered. And then in slavery, they really was scattered. Sending the kids one way, the parents another. They just scattered them. Well, the Most High is making us back one because there's power in unity. A house divided against itself can't stand. Right? Coming together and being about the Most High's business, it's accomplished in the earth through his children, through us. And one of the ways that he calls it to be accomplished, he don't go against his word to accomplish it. One of the ways that he uses to accomplish things in the earth is unity from his people. That's why we're called one body. We ain't number one body. So Logan, good to see you in here. So when you deal with something as simple as this, Galatians 5:13, you, my brothers and sisters, were called to be free. See, hey, when a husband and wife is on the same page and they know they're free to leave the marriage if they want to, what keeps them there is love. And if they work together, they'll produce healthy YAH'S children. I'm trying to tell you something. And they'll have a successful family. Because the power of unity, oh my goodness, it's not rated high enough, y'all. Fritz, good to see you in here. It's not rated high. For people to get together with one common goal. Did you know, like say, I'm giving you examples, y'all, in the natural. Did you know that if we all opened a business, if we start doing a conference call and we're going to open one business, do you know how successful it would be? If all our finances was involved, if our time was involved, if our skill sets, if we matched skill sets and even used our Rolodex, but we all working together, do you know we can open up a restaurant and that joker would be, because all the recipes that's on here would be applicable. All the marketing skills would be applicable. All the finances would be applicable. And all the work, physical work that need to be done would be able to be accomplished because of the unity. Even involving our Rolodexes. Oh, I can't do it, but I know who do. So all of our Rolodex, the 5 degrees of separation, we can almost touch anybody from this group right here, right now. So, could you imagine a ministry? I was talking about the natural business. Could you imagine a ministry that's on the same page? That's working together on one accord, doing the Most High's business? I'm talking about for real. And I'm talking about in and out, holding out, show up when you want, there, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about Galatians 5:13. You, my brothers and sisters, were called to be free. The freedom, anyone that's rocking with Yah has the freedom not to. You know how cool that is? That's why the Bible says, whosoever will, let them come. Ain't nobody forcing me to be on here preaching right now. I'm free. I'm free to hang up. Can you hang up on the iPad? I'm free to click off and kick off some dumb stuff. Because I'm free. You free too. You free to do you. Or do him. So the platform here then becomes, we're free. Ain't nobody here by force. They're not standing on the stage. Did everybody come? Was anybody forced to come in here? That's what they say in the courtroom. Is anyone forcing you to make this testimony you finna say and incriminate yourself in this satanic, devilish court system? Because I'm finna railroad you to prison. Is anyone forcing you? Well, yeah, my public pretender ain't helping me. No, back to my point. But they'll ask you, is anyone forcing you? No, we're free. Ain't nobody forcing us. That's why I think it's like kind of bananas to be in the Most High's presence and don't do what he say. That's why he say, why call down me, Lord, Lord, and do not what I say? Master, Master, and do not what I say. To the Hebrews, Adonai, Adonai, and do not what I say. Listen, don't make no sense. But you and my brothers and sisters were called to be free. But listen, now that you're free, don't use your freedom to go back and sin. Don't use your freedom to indulge in your personal selfishness, because the curse is reversed and we now can work together to do kingdom building. Throw a birthday party and nobody come. Could hurt a child. In fact, it do. Tell you the truth. Michelle, Good to see you in here. We're in Galatians 5 and 13, sis. Galatians 5 and 13. It hurts a child to throw a birthday party and nobody come. Hey, you know what the Most High did? Listen to this. The Most High called YAH'S, Israel, right? That his house might be full. Well, they was tripping and they didn't come. So you know what he did? He said, all right, go on the highways and hedges with the little handful of people that he had. He didn't have a bunch of people working with him, right? So he said, go out in the highways and hedges and compel the lame and the halt, the dumb, the deaf, the withered, all those toe-up folks. Tell them to come on in. And that's when he turned to the Gentiles. He was really talking to Yehuda, right? Because this was after the separation, but he was talking to Judah, and the 10 tribes had been scattered all over the world, and they were heathens. They were scammed. They didn't have no relationship with Yah no more. So he was telling him to go out. But I'm going to broaden it scripturally too, to all heathen nations. But he was saying, go out and compel them to come in. Why? He said, that my house might be full. He said, the laborers, the harvest is plenty, but the laborers are few. So his mindset was, go find some people that love my business and what I'm doing enough to attend and to help. And then in Corinthians 12, it tells you the gifts that he give us as individuals. He give us gifts as individuals. So when we come together, we make a whole. And that's the mystery of the Messiah and the ecclesia, is a woman, the marriage. A man and a woman's marriage. These two shall become one. Well, spiritually in the body is the reverse of the curse of division. We become one, and we work together. So, you look at the book of James, right? I'm going into teach mode, right? But anyway, you look at the book of James, and you got James, the 2nd chapter, and you got someone that came, they didn't have food, they didn't have clothing, they was hungry, destitute, of clothing, they didn't have it, right? And the Most High taught in there about faith, saying, give them some food and some clothes. And the reason why you give them food and clothes is because they really can't hear the word up under these circumstances. So you got to minister to the natural man in order to get him in a position to deal with the spiritual man, right? That's why you got to cater to people. So whether y'all knew it or not, when the Bible talks about not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together, right? It's because you're dealing with the natural man. Say the birthday party. You throw a birthday party, nobody come. Even old folks. It ain't got to be a kid, a child with a birthday cake. It could be adult rented a hall. Rented a whole hall, spent their money, got all dolled up or cut up, faded up, tapered up, however you want to put it. Spent all that money, time, perfumed up or cologned up, went through all those preparations, and nobody came. Did the flyer. That's funny. No, it ain't. Anyway, did all that and nobody come. All on the radio. Oh, I'm going to put it on the radio. All on the radio. If it's on the radio, that's just going to add to the embarrassment. That didn't help. Oh, I'm put on the road. Everybody going to be there. Everybody coming. Put on the radio. Don't nobody show up. That's bigger. He's sitting there. Look. The radio playing. DJ ain't gonna even play because the place empty. He got the radio on. Radio on the commercial that the brother didn't spent his money. Oh, there's a birthday party over at the hall. It's Derrick's birthday. Yeah. It's Derrick's 50th birthday. It ought to be rocking. And they sitting there by themselves. Crystal ball spinning. Ain't nobody in there. Now imagine the difference if it was packed. Because you matter. We matter. The body matter. It's the reverse of the curse. Remember, the Tower of Babel, y'all. The Tower of Babel They was wicked. They was all together though, but they was wicked. So he messed their languages up. I'm splitting these jokers up. They wicked. Caused division. Cursed the land. Pangea. The land, it was one big land mass. He let it break up like a puzzle. That's why when you look at the map, it looked like a broken up puzzle. He separated it. Nah, I'm breaking these people up. They wicked. So on the day of Pentecost, he's bringing us back together again. Though they all spoke different languages and they all came for the feast. From all over the world, they had to report back to Jerusalem. They're supposed to report 3 times a year. They reported back to Jerusalem from all over the world, scattered and all. And the Most High blessed them with the reverse of the dispersed languages and gave them the gift of languages, which they now call tongues, which I didn't taught on before because folks got that all twisted too. But tongues is actually communication. Jeff Brown, good to see you in here. Some folks think it's angel language, but I'm not going to teach that right now. I'm just telling you what we know for sure is that when they were speaking with tongues, they were speaking languages that everybody understood, and it brought them on one accord. Well, now we're back on one accord if we walk in the Ruach, and we one body, and everybody should be in. And then in Corinthians, it describes the different gifts that he gives. Why? To evangelize. We need to have a situation going that people come to, and you definitely want your children in here. Unless y'all want them little boys run around here with purses. Little Nas, little cats. Little sugar dudes. Little sugar dudes. Unless that's what you want. Unisex bathrooms, I don't know. Some people might be listening to me want that. Want their daughter to walk in with a beard, with a pack of Campbell's rolled up in the sleeve of a wife beater, a tank top, tats all on her neck and face. Maybe some people like that. I don't know. But we got to have somewhere for those that are naked and destitute of food to come. End up getting clothes, getting fed, and getting the word, getting the Basora, the gospel preached to them, that they might be recovered, reconciled back with the Creator before it's everlasting too late. And so what causes that is synergy, individual energy, individual ruah. All of us should be filled with his ruah, his spirit, his word, and those individual words come together. Like when the Messiah, when Mary was pregnant, her name was really Miriam, but anyway, Mary was pregnant with the Mashiach, the Messiah, and Elizabeth was pregnant with Yachanan or John the Baptist. And when they got together, the baby leaped because of the ruah, being filled with the ruah, leaped. And when we come together, our ruah is rejuvenated and it leaps. You feel good. You got to know the importance of your loved ones coming around the ecclesia. How many of y'all know how important that is? You should be coming around the ecclesia. Your loved ones don't have a chance if you don't do it. Your children need to see you around a bunch of believers. Not solo bolo. And they need to be able to come around so they can, I'm trying to tell y'all something. We lose our love when we wonder what's wrong with them because something wrong with you. You don't bring them around. You got to bring them. How I grew is I was around people of Yah. I wasn't solo bolo. I was around the people of Yah. Real talk. I was around the people of Yah, not forsaking the assembling of ourselves together. That's how you grow. It's the truth. The ecclesia throws something and you're able to be there, you should be there. Not only for yourself, but for your family. Bring them. Not only for them, when you walk in the door, you make me feel better. and them too, and him and her. Hey, you look at social media, right? Folks is a sucker for a like or something, a heart or a like. Oh, that feel. Look, I see something coming now. Thank you, Brianna. Oh, I feel better. I feel better, so much better. I like that. Hit some more. Let me see some more hearts. That made me feel better. Like somebody listening to care, or I'm reaching somebody. Y'all hear me? They came back. See? I feel better. How many of y'all I ain't touching nothing? I ain't sending no hearts to him. I hear you. Listen. But social media will show you, people look at how many likes they got, how many shares they got, how many people in the room. People like that. That means somebody listening, somebody's benefiting, somebody care. You're liked. People like to be liked. Yeah. It's cold when folks don't like Yah enough to come to his party. Yeah. And the party planner might get fired. Hey, son, I want you to throw me a party. Hey, son, I want you to go on the highways and hedges and compel people to come that my house might be full. And I said, all right. And come back, I show up. Where everybody at? They didn't come. What you doing wrong? I don't know. I made the flyer. I asked. I told them you. I told them. They didn't come. What you doing wrong? You, my brothers and sisters, were called to be free. We free. Do what you want to do. Real talk. But do not use your freedom to indulge in flesh. Rather serve one another. Humbly and in love. Like, really, I got you. You need me? What can I do to help? If every last one of us like that, ooh. 14th verse then says, for the entire law is fulfilled in keeping this one command, love your neighbor as yourself. Now, it's two great commandments. This says the one, right? It's two great commands. And the first one, hero Yisrael, know that Elohim is one Ahad, one. He's one, period. That's a part of the command, to know that he's one and to love him with all your heart, mind, soul, and strength. See, there we go. People talk about all these different paths and all that. That's from the devil. All these different ways. That's not true. The Mashiach is the only way, and he's the word, right? So you got to know that he's one. There is no other path, no other way. He's the creator of all. He's jealous. He ain't going to have no Elohim besides him. None of that. Get that out of their mind. That's why people that's Trinity minded kind of get a little messed up because they think it's a plural Elohim, It's not. He's the Father because he created. He's the Son because he was born of a virgin. And if he was going to be born, he'd had to be a son or a daughter. He was a male, so he was a son. And he's the Ruach HaKodesh. Yah is a spirit, and his worship must worship in spirit and in truth. So he is a spirit, and the Ephesians say number one spirit. But when you're Trinity minded, you get plural in your deity mindset. But when you find out it ain't number one, and you know that he's one, right? And you got to love him with all your heart, mind, soul, and strength. Once you learn to love him with all your heart, mind, soul, and strength, the next one will come automatically. You're going to love people as yourself. If you get hooked up with Yah for real, you're going to love his children. So in this scripture, the first one was taken for granted. That's all I'm trying to tell you. So look what it said. For the entire law is fulfilled in keeping this one command. It's the fulfillment of it. It didn't say it's the only command. It's fulfilled. Listen, the entire law is fulfilled. You want to take the law and fulfill it? Love your neighbor. Love your neighbor as yourself. Do unto them as if they was you. Give them what I'm trying to tell you something. So, for the entire law is fulfilled in keeping this one command. Love your neighbor as yourself. If you bite and devour each other, watch out, or you'll be destroyed of one another. Did you know another way? I'm finna go, y'all. I only got so much time, but Did you know one way to destroy one another is not to cooperate? To withhold good from them. The Bible said, don't withhold good from them to whom it is due. Did you know we owe each other love? Owe it. I didn't say it's a good idea. I said you owe it. I owe you to be preaching like I do. To be led by the Ruah and teach truth. I owe that to you. I owe it. Real talk. You owe too. Who here don't owe? He bled and died for you to save you, and he positions you to do it for somebody else. And a part of doing it, you got to show up or blow up. I'm trying to tell, come on, y'all. I'm trying to teach you something. We're stronger together. And it's a command anyway. But his commands are not grievous. They're for your benefit. I command you to eat and eat healthy. I don't want to. What? Why you mad? He making me eat healthy. Trying to help you. Trying to help you. Trying to help us. Working together. Oh, I ain't got to come. What you mean you ain't got to come? Well, do you see a problem in that? I hope he dealing with some of your hearts. Do you see a problem in that? I ain't got to come. Oh, they ain't going to miss me. Yeah, you count, you matter, and you command it. You count, you matter, and you're commanded to. Because we command our children to do certain things because it's for their good. I was telling my daughter the other day, she's 17, and I was telling her something, and you know how, she's a girl, and girls can be a little emotional. And so you got to watch what you say to her. Uh-oh, she's going to kill me for this, huh? But anyway, you got to watch what you say to her. And I just said to her, listen, you 17, I'm running out of time. Soon you're going to be gone. I have children that was here and they gone. Went on to live their life. I have to instill some stuff in you as a father. So I ain't got time to be running around your emotions, your feelings. I got to tell you the truth while I got a chance. Prayerfully, it'll become a part of your character so when you leave, you be ready. Do you understand that? Yeah. All right. You're not going to like everything I tell you because there's some things about you that is unlikable. And I need to deal with you while I can. Because when you're gone, you're on your own. So the Most High do the same thing for us. Listen, I'm dealing with you, trying to help you. I need to talk to you. I'm trying to take you through a mind renewal process, but you don't show up. You come and go as you please. And then you don't cooperate and function. I'm trying to go, y'all. Bible said if a man don't work, neither shall he eat. That's in the natural. He really said that too. If you don't work, you ain't bringing in no money and helping and to do, you shouldn't eat. He talking about on some starter there. But what folks don't realize is that happens in the spirit too. You should be working. I'm closing. The reverse of I didn't even get to the other scriptures, y'all. But the reverse. Oh, yes, I did. Well, I could have taught on it more. But the reverse of the curse is us being able to come together. And then he commanded, because it's for our good. He will command us to do something that's good for us. And we so rebellious, we ain't going to do it. Have you seen a rebellious child like that? Just because you said it. I ain't doing it. Just because you said it. Knowing they won't eat a piece of candy. No. You got jokers like they adults. Tell me what to do. But he'll command us to do things that's good for us. He commands us towards eternal life. If we follow his commands, we're going to with eternal life. We're going to escape this wicked place. Men gonna be men, women gonna be women, boys gonna be boys, and girls gonna be girls. And we're gonna work together to the building of his kingdom. Because it's terrible to see a child sitting there and nobody came to his party. They said, I don't care nothing about you. And it's terrible when the Most High say, go out and compel the lamed and the maimed to come into my house. And he said it, that my house might be full. He said it. So we get those desires of coming together from him. He said that my house might be full. I ain't got to come. So you don't care about other people then. You just care about yourself. You don't care that your presence helps somebody else make it. Folks is depressed. Somebody called me. They might even be on here, but I wouldn't say. But somebody called me with a gun in their head. You understand that? And I had to talk them down. Because we need one another. If I wasn't there to answer the phone, I'd probably be dead right now. Somebody called me talking about I'm finna kill myself. They need fellowship. And so do you. And whether you know it or not, so do I. Just because I go on my way for everybody else, don't mean I don't need fellowship. If I spend my time and my money, which I don't have a lot of, to put together stuff for us to come together that's going to encourage our unsaved loved ones. We complain about our unsaved loved ones, but we won't even bring them around the believers, and we won't even come. Don't you ever think that those that are able can just chime in and not show up. Don't you ever think that. You got folks that love y'all enough to get in a plane, drive across states to be in physical fellowship. They appreciate the Ruah and the word, and they're growing and they're learning, but they're willing to spend money to come fellowship. And you got folks that's here, near, won't even come. On some, it's a slick way, subconsciously, oh, I ain't need it. No, you're rebellious. And you're selfish. Because when you walk in the door, I feel better. And so do everybody else. We all just look at each other. Oh, we're here. And he said, where 2 or 3 are gathered in his name, touch, agree in the corner of his will, they shall have what they ask for, they don't doubt. We all feel better when we see one another. We want to play the, oh, I don't matter role because you're rebellious and just want to do you. And that's if you bite and devour one another, that's a form of biting and devouring. Have somebody ever gave you the silent treatment? That's biting and devouring. You got some folks cuss you out and disrespect you. And then you got others, another method is, I ain't saying nothing to you. Like you're dead to me. Let's not just destroy one another. Let's make sure his house is full. Is that all right? Let's pray. Spirit of the Most High, we love you and thank you for this opportunity to come before you humbly. There's no how gleaning in the truth of thy word in your presence. We love you and we need you. You're marvelous. Continue to illuminate us, quicken us. Continue to reverse the curse. Cause us to work together on one accord, doing what we're supposed to do. Only what you called us to do. That your house might be full and that the ministry may go forth. We trust and believe you even for this. In the matchless name of Yahushua, we humbly pray. Hallelujah, Yahuwah, and Aman. In closing, I want to say this. I put together something super small, like today at 1 o'clock. I'm going to be at the park, spend my money and time to cook and have food ready or whatever. So we can bring our loved ones out. It's going to be hot today. It's a water park. You know what I mean? Pastor Jones, good to see you in here, sir. Love you, man. But we're going to be at the park. I'm expecting to see y'all as local. And this is just a small test run because I'm putting together a conference. And I'm looking to see Pastor Jones there, of course. It's my brother and my friend and the marvelous preacher and a teacher. But back to my point. September 9th, 10th, 11th, you got people coming from out of state, getting hotel rooms and the whole 9 yards to come be out here. And I'm telling you now, I don't want to be embarrassed like I've been in the past. Straight up, I said it publicly. That folks won't register, won't come out and get the word as if they exempt because we get on Facebook and conference lines. It's not cool. We need to come together and bring our loved ones, the ones you complaining about that's on drugs and shooting one another, and the girls in our family that turned into boys, and the boys in our family turned into girls. Bring them. Just like James say, you see somebody destitute of food, don't have clothing on, you got to minister to that so they can hear the word. And if you don't show up, why are you complaining about what they doing? Because the washing machine process is us coming together. And the blood of Yahushua cleanses us from all sin. We got to come together. I'm trying to tell you something. And bless y'all that come from way out of town to hang out with me, get baptized and get in the word and whatever we do. Thank the Most High for y'all because y'all show how much the word mean to you. We're gonna be at the park, Dublin. The thing is on my. The name of the park is Emerald Glen. We'll be there from 1. The movie started at 8. We're just gonna be fellowshipping, getting in the word, and exhorting one another. So much the more you see the day approaching. I expect to see y'all and bring something, either cash app or bring something. Turn the page. Mark your calendar, September 8th, 9th, and 10th. It's in Tracy. Y'all start registering to let me know if y'all plan to come. Because if you don't plan to come, I need to know so I don't waste my time and my money. All right? Y'all deal with it from there. Love y'all. Thanks for hanging out. Pastor Jones, call me, man. I jumped in the swimming pool, my phone in my pocket, and all my phone numbers is gone. Well, not all of them. I still got 1,500, but about 1,500 of them is missing, and yours is one of them. So call me so I can lock you in. I want to talk to you about the tent revival and the conference that I'm throwing in September. Love y'all. Y'all continue to pray for me. Y'all continue to pray for me as I pray for you. I'm telling you now, pray for me because my mind is under attack. I'm talking about you would have no idea of what I'm going through. But I ain't tripping. Feel me? I'm built for it because the Ruach is in me. But y'all pray for me. Whatever you open your mouth, pray for me. And I appreciate it. And I'll continue to pray for y'all. Thank everybody that pushed the share button. Thanks everybody that be tagging. I love that. And thank everybody that financially supports this ministry because we get it done. Even when it's by myself, we gonna get it done. I love y'all. Y'all continue to love on one another. Y'all want to talk about it? 302-202-1102, extension 815648. 302-202-1102, extension 815648. Pastor Jones, at least text me your number because I'm going to call you as soon as I get off the conference line, if that's okay, sir. I love you, man. Thanks for checking on your brother. Y'all be Baruch and Barak Shalom. I'm gone.